Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here, a celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We're gonna celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. We're gonna celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost.
Join us in the heart of personal transformation with Level Up Circle TV, your exclusive gateway to unlocking your inner potential and achieving extraordinary results. This TV show is your secret weapon for personal and professional development, packed with valuable insights, expert advice, and real-life success stories. Are you ready to take the leap and transform your life? Don't just watch, participate. Tune in, take notes, and then take action. The journey to your greatest self starts here. So, get inspired, get motivated, and get ready to level up. Join us and let's embark on this transformative adventure together. Click that remote and let's start making your dreams a reality.
Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? Happy Sunday. I am totally off my rocker. This time change is so not freaking cool. It's not friendly to me. It shouldn't be friendly to you. I am so tired. Anyhow, tired is good. That means we're productive, right? But yesterday I had a good time taking a day off from everything and just went to the beach with my daughter. I wanted to let you guys know that Beyond Boundaries, Thriving in Life's Gray Zone is available next week. Today is the last day we're going to talk about it. But keep in mind, you are reading 27 different stories from people who are not just surviving, they are thriving. Right? Thriving in life's gray zone through their adversity, through their stories, through their resilience. We are hoping that you can learn from what we have gone through. And if you are going through something similar, obviously it's not going to be the same exact situation, but similar situation that you can extrapolate some of these feelings and emotions and the how-tos that we have provided as a manuscript, a manual for you to say, CJ did it this way, maybe I can do it. Jacqueline, wow, this is what you did, maybe I can do this. Willie J, ooh, this is how you thrive. Perfect. Susanna, move beyond boxes this way. Great. Maybe I can do it too, right? All of these people, all of these authors are your connections on LinkedIn, the movers and shakers of LinkedIn. Literally, there's a lot of you guys, but these are the people who are committed to saying, yes, we want to go international. Yes, we want to go global. And most importantly, yes, we are going to collaborate in a project that is for us, by us, for our community. So welcome to Thrivers Group, guys. These are amazing people. All right. So the next one is my class coming up. I'm actually teaching this course. This is in addition to Susanna. You guys, whoever, when I say you guys, whoever went to our class last Tuesday, we're talking about how we can use storytelling to create businesses or fill that gap, right, between our story and how we can relate as a guide, as a mentor for those who are going to be doing some business entrepreneurship, whatever industry that you may be in. So I'm going to stop here and give you 30 seconds to actually check out that QR code and scan it. All right. 30 seconds. All right. So that's probably the fastest 30 seconds you'll ever find out, huh? Okay. So what I'm going to do is, let me take a look in here. Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. I'm going to share something. So part of the benefit with Level Up Academy, we're going to have a lot of courses coming up soon, especially on April. We have our Level Up magazine. I'm hoping it'll be out in March, but we want to make sure that what we provide for our community is quality, right? We need value for everything that we do, whether it's free, whether it's for pay, that there is value. And today's class is, Sunday is a class day, I'm just saying, only in Level Up, right? Is brand awareness. How do you show up for your brand, especially if you do not have the budget, if you don't have the money, right? You can still show up. But first things first, I wanted to show you and recognize the people who actually went in. Susanna Dawn, I want to recognize her because she is a level upper. Level upper, does that thing? Yeah. We're going to go with that. She is a teacher for Level Up. So she taught this class, and this is for Sarah. And then Sarah got certificate of attendance, Noni, Pauline, Tigist, Jackie, Melissa, Dr. Melissa, Bankol, Samson, Elizabeth, Noru, Load, Dr. Nu. I know you are traveling right now, sister, so please travel safe. We need you back in one piece, okay? And then, of course, Adrian, Jessica, and our brother, Ollie. Congratulations, guys. You guys did an excellent job attending Susanna's class. So let me actually show it on the stream so you can see. All right, so these are the certificate that they got from Level Up. So the next class, again, is coming up Tuesday at 10 a.m. PST. It is also on my LinkedIn. Everybody, if you are on LinkedIn and you are actually commenting in there, I cannot see it or highlight it on this platform because this is not StreamYard, this is not OBS, this is not Restream, this is a different platform. So it only specifically highlights messages from our YouTube channel. So switch to YouTube and you'll be able to find us. So this is Ollie, Jessica Certificate, Adrian, Dr. Trong, Load, Noru, Elizabeth, Samson, Bankoli, Dr. Melissa, Jackie, Tigist, Pauline, Noni, and Sarah. These are amazing individuals. Thank you guys for taking the time to actually attend our class and learn something. These are free mini master classes. We have 3 different levels. These are free for our community, and then we have a full-blown 1 month specifically for storytelling. We give to Susanna can give you all the details on her class that's coming up. For mine, it's going to be 1 month of tools. This Tuesday, I'm actually going to provide you a list, a PDF form, a list of tools that I use to streamline my process for brand awareness. And then I'm hoping that I can announce it then, but I have an amazing, amazing premium magazine opportunity again for you. And we're going to talk a little bit more when Susanna's up with me on what that means for you when you say, hey, I'm on premium magazine. A lot of people have their own magazines out there. Wonderful. I have my own that's coming up in March. Wonderful. But our readership is really just within our community. When I say premium magazine, I'm talking hundreds of thousands, if not millions, or popularity when it comes to people watching you within that magazine. So when I say premium, that is not Level Up Academy. I am partnering up with someone who's in the PR industry. They know what they're doing. They have publicity. They've been doing it for years, and they put people in. The good news with working with me, right, and collaborating with me is I negotiate your prices as a founder. So most of the time, some of these magazines would be like 30, 40,000 for 800 words. I can get it for 10 grand, right? And you're like, 10 grand for 800 words. I know, but people do pay it. Otherwise, they wouldn't be a pay for that type of magazine. That means somebody can afford it. But what I can tell you is we can't afford it. We're a founder. I don't know about you, but my wallet's a little empty, right? So what I do is I negotiate for you. And that's what we here at Level Up can do. So the negotiated price is as low as it can get. And I will most likely sometimes provide discounts or things like that. If I have it, I will give it to you guys. Okay. But I want my sister up here. Don't you want my sister up here? I want my sister up here. Are you guys ready? There she is. Hi, sister.
How's it going?
It's going. Oh, Noni's here.
It's been
Hi,
a busy day
Noni.
already.
I know. And Crystal is here, and Noni is here. And of course, Sister Danielle is here. Level up, level up, smile. I love it. So, a couple of things that we're going to talk about. Let's talk about you, and let's talk about really your take on brand awareness and how you show up for your own brand as Susanna Dawn and Susanna Dawn Writer.
Right. So the brand itself, it's been interesting because I've really only built this brand over the last couple of years. And everything I've been doing has been being consistent with messaging, being consistent with focus. Words can change over time, but that consistency. And now, thanks to being in those premium magazines, a message that in many ways was only going to a piece of LinkedIn, because you don't know how much of LinkedIn really sees us, Move Beyond Boxes and Shine has now been spread across the globe. And that's exciting.
It is very exciting because, like I said, when we are in our own worlds and within our community, the walls of our circle, we have the same messaging with our people, and so they already know us. But the messaging is for more people, not just for the circle who are engaged with us, and not necessarily, you're looking at it like, oh, when I brand my organization, I'm going to have droves of people wanting to engage with me so I can sell my services, right? And so I want to talk a little bit more about that. But first, of course, Sunday is dedicated to Learning Day because I want to be the Netflix of education. So I'm going to have 2 pieces of thoughts today in terms of brand awareness topics. The first one I want to talk about is brand recall, right? I'm sure you guys have seen the movie Total Recall back in the days, right? But this involves your ability of consumer. We're all consumers. I consume her information, she consumes mine. But brand recall is your ability as a consumer to remember a brand without any external prompts, right? When you think about those conversations, you're like, oh gosh, I hate being put in this box, male, female, or executive women or non-executive women. And then I'm like, yeah, Susanna says move beyond boxes. I've heard those conversations other than me that actually says that. So it's a measure of how memorable and recognizable is your brand in the minds of your target audience, right? Brand
Right.
recall is like a testament of the effectiveness of your brand's visibility and also marketing effort. So I want to talk a little bit about, have you heard, your tagline, move beyond boxes, been recalled by somebody other than me?
Well, I've heard it recalled by others, and some of them even add their own little twist to it. I mean, when it comes to Mike Ashebrainer, he calls it box shredding. But that's
The box shredder. We just shredded Susanna, and she just froze on us. Are you dear sister, dear sister? So when it comes to brand recall, right? You're talking about when people think of doing something for your business and creating those memories and providing those level of conversations where you don't have to explain yourself what you do because people already recognize your efforts, right? Move beyond boxes is literally a movement that I told you last year that's going to happen. It's going to happen. And what people need to understand is that when you're your own business, it takes a while and a long time to set up that foundation to really move forward with whatever your tagline is, whoever your customer is, right? And then let's piggyback and bring in what you talk about, Mike saying, box shredder.
Mike and the box shredder. Well, actually, think about your brand, and when people remember your brand and even add their own twist to it, because it's how they really, it speaks to them, it draws them into the story. So when he sees me up, he's always talking box shredder, about just destroying the box. I'm focusing on moving beyond boxes because we get stuck in these boxes all the time. That's where my brand is, my focus is the importance of being our authentic selves. That's really what moving beyond boxes is that authenticity, to stop being what others tell us to be and to be who we were created to be, who we are at our core. So when
Yeah, and I love that because when you're talking about all the details of moving beyond boxes, it's coming from your experiences and adding other people's experiences. But what was it like as a founder when we know we have low budget on a lot of things that are for pay? How has it been like for you as a founder? And we're talking about authenticity and honesty, so we're going to talk about like the pains of being an entrepreneur and brand awareness. What are some of the tactics or strategies that you use to get your organization out there?
Well, it begins with posting and having those conversations through my posts about what it is, having conversations with other people, so that whether it's conversations within the comments of the posts, and that's really where a lot of the magic happens, is within those comments. Then moving to in-person conversations, because when we're starting out, it's not like everybody's just going to show up and say, yes, this is what I want. We have to keep talking about the message, get the message out. At the same time, we're also looking for those who we can collaborate with. Is getting the message out alone is not enough. It's not the easiest. It's when we start sharing each other's message. We start as simple as reposting a post and sharing that post amongst other people's tribe, as it were, their connections, because who I'm connected with, that's not a closed circle. Each person has their own circle of people, and when you start sharing these, when you get that connection with somebody and it's like, I believe in your message, I want to help you grow, what we really need to start doing is sharing those posts. You see a post that really is like, this is this person, I really identify with it, share it. That's what helps us move beyond being stuck and trying to do it alone, because it's a lonely business when you start. But when you've got other people with you, supporting you and beside you, that's how we start growing. Getting the publications, going to events with others, having that exposure of being in front of people and putting the message out there. That's all part of the brand. And we'll take it one step further, is the YouTube. That's becoming such an important piece. Really, a lot of that's because you get to put yourself out there and people can see who you are, how you talk, how you engage. And this is a world where we've moved beyond just doing paper, doing articles, doing comments to, we need that personal interaction. What is somebody like? It's like the cars. You drive a Ford because you've been in the Ford. You like the Ford. Yeah, the commercials are nice, but it's how you feel, how it drew you into its story in the first place. That's what YouTube is doing. When we talk about ourselves, even right here, it's all part of storytelling and getting your story out there in such a way as people get to see who you are, what you're like, and figure out how they want to work with you, how they want to support you. It's all part of growing for each of us from so many different levels, from so many different places, from so many diversified people, just in in the world, quite frankly.
Yeah. Well, for us right now, what we're doing actually is brand awareness through anthology, right? I do. So I'm going to talk a little bit about like what Level Up Academy does, because there's at least 4 or 5 of us that are in Level Up Academy. And eventually I want to put it out there for everyone to belong to Level Up Academy. Really what we're trying to do is educate the world, not informally or formally, but more of an informal way. But how does Level Up Academy do brand awareness? Because people think, oh, Level Up is just doing courses and live stream. Well, no, courses is one area. We're about to have a journey course that's platinum, basically in that. So you have to be in a journey with us for the next 6 months. And we take care of you from the very beginning all the way to the end of your journey as a business person, right? We're talking mindset, we're talking IRS coding with some of your new stuff right now for accounting and business and what you can deduct, especially if you're in the US. We're talking about how to use storytelling, deep storytelling, and all the tools that we use to get your stories out there and brand. And then I will take you to a brand / marketing / profile to get to your destination, to where you need to show up. And then within that class, there's going to be part where I would boost your engagement in terms of YouTube channel as well. And really it's all about that. But Steven, thank you so much for being here. And Steven actually is he's shy, but he told me that he's in the Who's Who 2024, and I told Steven to post it and Beyond the Boundaries, because this group right here are your ambassadors, by the way, just to let you know. So I'm going to give you like several tools so you could recognize what an effective building and measuring brand awareness includes, because we are like driven by numbers, right? Numbers is good, but numbers is not everything, right? It doesn't really give you the deeper insight of those numbers. It's more of a general overview, a snapshot of these are some of the numbers, but what are deep inside of those numbers? It's qualitative. It's having that engagement, right? So the first one is brand perception. You guys should actually do a survey once in a while, maybe once every 3 months, just to your friends, or even just a survey. Like tools have LinkedIn surveys already as it is, like really good question, right, about your information or your brand, and gather those feedback of how people perceive your brand. That's the first one. The second one is you could do a campaign analysis where you actually have a campaign on brand awareness for your brand. Have you heard of Moving Beyond Boxes? Have you heard of Level Up Academy? What do you think they are? Because what you know and what you already know about your brand is great because it's your brand. But what about the target market? Do they know what your brand is supposed to be? Because I know some people are like, CJ, do you do like courses or do you do like publicity? I do both because I have two niche. That's why I talk about it a lot, because a lot of people, I pivot and change from the beginning, right? Social media management. You have, you need assistance to look at your YouTubes, as Sana mentioned. You have to look at, your subscribers, but you also have to look at your views. Like right now, I'm doing a lot of targeting on strategy of how we can monetize YouTube. We also have a lot of content creation tools. We use Canva a lot, right? That's a thing that we use all the time. That's part of your brand awareness. Having really good Canva presence on your, social media, having an advocate. Hello, you guys are each other's advocate. You could actually, I don't know if you guys heard of Gaggle AMP. This is a tool that encourage employees to share brand messages, amplifying reach or awareness. So even if you don't have an employee, you can have some type of campaign for your friends, for your visibility. Social listening skills. It's called Awario. I believe that it's AWARIO. It has insights where you can see what people are saying about your brand. And if you are actually a small brand, just ask for feedback from your friends. That's really what most people will do. Now let's talk about I'm going to share a screen. Hi, Crystal. Oh, hi, Noni. And Steven says, it's easier to be uncomfortable with friends. Growth happens there. So true. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's just how it works. Willie, brother, yo, congrats on that. Like, thank you for taking this book with you in New York weekly. We appreciate you. But you owe me an intro. Just put it out there publicly. You owe me an intro, bro. Okay. That's right. He still owes me an intro. He owes me a music. He owes me a lot. I'm cropping up with a list here, right? I'm cropping up with the list. Homework. That's right. Willie on the magazine, right? Awesome job. Yes, we are here. It's just really amazing how you guys love each other, and this each and every one of you is an ambassador. But Susanna, sister, let's talk about why you decided to be on Premium Magazine. So I run monthly specials now, guys. It's not really me who's running it. It's me asking my PR people. They're international. They're in Ireland, and they work well with me, or I work well with them. Vice versa. Let's just put it that way. And we really want to share this information. But I want to, while I'm pulling this up, sister, can you tell us why did you decide to work with Premium Magazines with me?
Well, for me, it was a no-brainer because number one, I know you. So that made it really easy. When I know that you're going to do the write-up, I have that faith in what you can do and how you can write. Even though I don't know what it's going to look like, it's got that level of trust. And the opportunity just, I've never done anything like this before. So it was a totally new, out of the box, beyond the box experience for me to to say, okay, let's do this. And we did it. And when I look at where it's going, when I look at the places that these are being read, what it really comes down to is it's taking my fundamental focus of move beyond boxes and shine around the globe. And I kind of alluded to that at the beginning. The idea that this this focus that I have, especially focused on women to move from places that so many of us get stuck, where we feel like we have no control. This is what, on the speaking side, this is my focus to help women ignite the awareness that they can move beyond boxes. That's what these articles do. They put this whole focus, the concept, the planning, the fact that I write about it, I speak about it, and I'm a consultant for organizations to make the workplace a much better, more of a belonging, so that people can drop these walls and move beyond those boxes, and how it helps everybody doing these journal articles. That's the message that gets out there. And knowing that that message is going to places that I would never get to without this kind of assistance, that was all part of the, yeah, this makes sense, let's do it.
I'm so glad you did it. And thank you for trusting me to like, CJ knows what she's talking about. What are you talking about? You know, because it's our first month literally for Premium Magazine in February, and it's in the middle of the month where I got approved. Most of these magazine guys are like $10,000, you know, $3,000, and I can negotiate price pretty well. um, I can get them down to like 60 to 70% off because I'm looking at it as a founder, right? Founder's price is what I'm looking at, because I don't think that it should be like, I see education as an equalizer, and I see negotiation as an equalizer for us founders to be able to do it. Yes, it's not free, but at the same time, at least if you have the budget for marketing, and marketing is the biggest budget of your organization, just to let you know, because if it doesn't matter how good you are, if no one knows you in that corner, no one's going to buy nothing from you because they don't even know who you are. And then it's like, yeah, I'm the best kept secret. Great, but you shouldn't be a secret. You know what I mean? Like, you should be a household name, but no one knows who you are. So what I do at Level Up when it comes to publicity is put people like Susanna or you, whoever gets in there. Right now, Susanna Dawn is number 2, and you guys you can go and share. Right now, there's something about Mad Rising Star Unfiltered social media content, and Susanna's number 2 right now. And you can share on Facebook or Twitter. I don't have Twitter, so I can share definitely on Facebook. But if you look, so let me also kind of give you an idea of what it does. What it does is, you see all this little backlink. This is called the, okay, so Google SEO, search engine optimization, is really a popularity contest. The first 10 to 12 links when you Google your information, your first name and your last name, is really where your credibility is. Like, oh, who is this person? If you own a business today, whether it's coaching or selling a products or services, if you are not able to be Googled, not even one link, people will automatically don't trust you, right? For some reason, it's we're living in a world where everyone is somehow visible. So what it does is that the SEO is popularity contest. It's not popular if you're going to talk about yourself all the time on the internet. It's nice, right? There's something in there. But how SEO works is you let third party talks about you through their own website that has a lot of visibility, and your name is there and it's clickable. That's really, and most, like even Entrepreneur, I know somebody who works for Entrepreneur magazine for about 7 years, and he said an Entrepreneur, and you pay a hefty amount of money and they said they only give you one backlink. That means you can only click on one. Watch, I counted Susanna as 1, 2, okay, And look, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They give you 7, okay, backlinks to your site, whatever you want. And this is just from the Australian Business Journal. Obviously, she's in Australia. So that's another thing. And then we have another one that we are putting in. And sister, tell me about how are you going to use, and I haven't really taught you yet. I will, because I have a PDF actually. When you are in my premium magazine, there is a guide for you to level up your authority even more and how you can show up. Because right now you're like, great, I'm on this magazine, I don't have any customers. It's because it's for your authority. It's not a funnel system, meaning a funnel system would give you a call, a meeting, and a closing, right? Brand awareness to you is what, Susanna? What are your thoughts on that?
Brand awareness is kind of like we talked about at the beginning, is that getting to be top of mind when people are looking for something. Sometimes it's just something different. When they have an idea as to what your focus is, what your story is, that can be enough for them to call you and say, "Hey, let's talk." That's really what it is. Once the conversations start happening, then the projects start coming from there. We got it. Brand awareness is being able to start those conversations, because without it, if people don't know your brand, why are they going to even look you up? Why are they going to contact you? What's the connection? What's the purpose? What's putting my mission out there? Getting them to the website where they can see, this is my vision, this is my mission, and this is what I do, and this is the speaking, this is the books, this is the. It's a way. It may not funnel them to creating job calls necessarily, but it is funneling them to look you up and look at what you have out there, and that's just one step towards having that conversation.
Mike just said, are you wearing, she just texted me right now, are you wearing a badge? Yes. You know what this badge, and I'll take a picture for you, Mike. It says, not today, Satan. Okay, that's my badge of honor right there. It's my shield from all the evil happening. Okay, not today, Satan is my badge, Mike. It's so funny. Yeah, I'm calling you out even though you're just texting me, literally. So this is another magazine, sister. This is called Auspreneur, Australia Entrepreneur. And it's funny because all of these from QVC is what the bags that we like. And check you out on the right side right there. And literally, again, the backlinks is there, which I love. It has all about jobs, all about anything. And then you're right here also, right? So if people want to see you're most popular in there, you can be there. There's a date in there. It gives you all the information. Yes, I wrote this for her. I will write it for you. That's part of the deal. It is 800 words maximum, and you are allowed only one picture, but I can at least give you multiple backlinks than most magazines. So can you talk a little bit about why international versus United States? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, what I'm looking at doing, we talk about level up. In my way, it's leveling up. It's opening doors for women around the world. It's not just the US, because not everything happens in the US. Not all the conferences are in the US. Not all the needs are in the US. So being able to have that presence that's global opens up the doors to be able to speak at a conference or work with an organization that's in Australia or in Asia or in Europe, go to South America, Canada. The world isn't just within whatever country we live in. It's so much bigger, and having that brand awareness around the globe opens up the opportunities to speak and talk with whoever our target audience is globally. It's like, what is it? Think globally, act locally. Well, we always want to be thinking globally because there are so many opportunities around this world. Why would you want to limit yourself when you don't have to? It's like, my
Mhm.
passport is up and running. I'm ready to go overseas.
That's right. Passport's ready to go. So this one is the third magazine. I'm still waiting for two. Susanna did. This is the very first time ever that they give me 5 magazine for the price of one, and gave me 76% discount. 76%. I was like, I couldn't afford it because I have a lot going on in my budget right now. But my dear sister says, yes, let's do it. So this is the digital journal, and she's also in here. And these are all local. This is all in United States, but they also have about Haiti here. There's also something about Virginia, and of course the creativity and diversity. And this is a press release. I did a press release for Susanna, Moving Beyond Boxes. And you probably, where is the difference between a press release versus the journal? Well, the press release is claiming that she is in the news network, claiming her as the authority of Moving Beyond Boxes. And the number one right now for their news network is about creativity and diversity. So we pick and choose for her ways to show up within that number one, so you can piggyback all the popularity that people are doing keyword searches. And so that's why I did a press release for my sister, Susanna Dawn. Again, she has quite a backlink in here, and most people will only have like one, and she has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 backlink on this one. Mostly it's her book and everything else with her YouTube channel, her website, and LinkedIn and Instagram. So she's back to America on this one, and a couple of them, the other two, are also there. So if you're ever in need and like curious about, look, what magazine, premium magazine do you have? I have a whole bunch of lists. I have UK, Dubai, well, I shouldn't say Dubai, Middle East, I have international, I have USA, and I have Australia. And then there's also international premium. And we're talking, I might be able to negotiate for you about like $50,000 for the Middle East, but I might get it for you for 10 grand on 800 words, right? It's crazy. But if you have other magazines that we can afford, I think we have like a $300 one and a $500 one. Those magazines are still considered premium because they still have following, but because they're not as popular listed on Google, they're still their views are actually not a lot more in the millions. They might just be in the thousands, right? Like 200,000, 300,000 instead of 2, 3, 4, 5 million. Like I'm putting Susanna over 10 million eyeballs right now. About 100 million, actually 100 plus million eyeballs on one of the magazines. So because this is the only time in February, it's not coming back, guys. The only time that it went through. So when you see an opportunity sometimes knocking on your door, you gotta like pay attention to it because it doesn't happen anymore. Now I do want to talk to you, sister, about how you can take brand awareness and your business and of course storytelling all encompassing into.
Well, the storytelling is a part of everything I do. You can't go on stage without storytelling. You can't write a book without storytelling. And really, you can't consult with an organization without storytelling. It's how you bring everybody into your message. It's how you bridge them into what you're doing. So the storytelling, the PR, the marketing, having it all really boils down together. And the other thing that I look at is, and just kind of go back as to part of it is even the why did I do this? you're also looking at, when it comes to marketing, the ROI. It's like, how much are you going to spend versus what might come back, what you expect to come back. And are you going to get that return? Are you going to be able to get back what you put out? Basic business aspect of it. So that went into the process of thinking about it. But when it comes to this, the speaking, the writing, the story is really being able to be on stage and say, this is the story. I can use my story. I can use the story of others who are on stage with me. I can use the audience and their stories to show, in terms of my brand, what it is, what it takes, how to move beyond boxes and take back control of one's life when they don't have it. That's all part of that brand. That's all part of the story.
Mike, you're killing me. Yes, 100 eyeballs. Actually, 100+ million eyeballs. Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of people looking at it, but that's one thing that I love. So I'm gonna tell you what. So on Tuesday, 10 a.m., I'll be teaching the brand awareness. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna specifically talk about YouTube and LinkedIn. And I'm going to give you a free gift coming into the class, a PDF. So if you have a client right now that you need brand awareness and they can't afford, this might be a value to your clients. I do have limited space, so make sure you register. Once I see my space, I will close it. And so try to register by tomorrow on my list, because I can only give so much free PDF on my form, on my list, because I do sell this PDF. But on my class, on this 12, I will give them to the students who are there for free. These are PDF step-by-step. You cannot go wrong. If you're thinking of going on LinkedIn to create events, live audio rooms, and live stream and things like that, I give you step-by-step. I made so many mistakes, so I'm cutting you from your own mistake by giving you step-by-step of how to do it. I'm also going to give you 2 tools that I use to streamline my YouTube so you can grow your channel. I'm always testing it on my end, but kind of giving you like, here's the tools that I use, and you can ask me why I choose what I choose. I'll give you the reason, and usually I give you the reason because of 2 things: pricing and ease of use. You don't want to be having complicated, like sometimes you have this toy that's so amazing, but there's way too many buttons and it's so complicated that you are so excited, but after 5-10 minutes playing with it, you want to throw it in the trash bin all across town. You don't want that tool, right? Even if it's amazing, you want a tool that you can buy and it's simple to use and it's consistent, so you can show up for your brand consistently. So I'm going to give you those tools and why I choose them. One thing you want to know about me is I will negotiate price. If I can get a discount and I can get it for free, I will get it for free. So Susanna can attest to this, in person and not in person. So we always negotiate for price, and always also look out for yourself, right? Yes, these are not Nordstroms or Hermes that you're like, the price is set. Everything in business is always not set unless you say it is. And it's a choice, right? You either have nothing or something. And that's what negotiation is all about. If you don't negotiate with my prices and it's actually still above what you're making, right? Your break even price, then why wouldn't you engage with me when you have opportunities to sell to the people that I'm with, right? To the listeners who are looking in the channel, the YouTube channel with. So always think about those negotiating price, but always add value to those conversations. Don't go into conversations when you're not ready. Always, my tactic is 3. I will give you the highest price that I know that your pricing is. Let's say if your pricing is 350, I will get $100 discount off of that. That's my goal. All right. Within that, I will give a little $50 buffer. So I'd be like, okay, 350, how about 200? They're like, whoa, that's too much. How about 300? So they go with $50. I said, how about 250? That's my last offer, right? Because that's what I really want in the first place. But I went really low because I know he's gonna go high, and I don't have a bargaining chip, right? If I just stick with 200. So you have to have that buffer. And I guarantee you what, you will get it. But you have to
You did.
provide value, right? Right?
You
You have to
did.
provide value. Why are you going to get that price? It's because I can literally be your ambassador for you. Well, who the heck are you? I have over 40,000 subscribers in YouTube. I have two growing, friends also that have more subscribers than me. And I have friends who are lots on LinkedIn that are movers and shakers. So if I like something, guess what? Dr. Leland knows about this thing, and as she takes it apart, guess what? They're going to listen to that because I've already used it. It's called word of mouth. It's still the number one reason why people buy from you, because of word of mouth. And our sister Danielle, I don't know if she's still here, but sister Danielle is very good at connecting with people and very good at word of mouth. Imagine if she tells you your brand sucks. Yeah, you just lost 100 people. Like, welcome to 100 people lost, right? Imagine if I said that you suck, or Susanna. Guess how many people that you actually lost already from that just one conversation. So always, when you talk to people, know that that is you. You are your brand, right? And Susanna knows this more than anybody. Now I'm going to teach her how to network in the bathroom, and I'm sure she will talk about that. About brand awareness. Let's talk about that, Susanna. How was that conversation at Podfest?
Oh, we're going there.
Yeah, we're going there.
Let's just say you do the networking where it works best. And there are some places that, some people may not think that's a networking place, but those standing in front of the toilets and the conversations start, and the next thing you know, the connections are being made, and you in some ways, part of networking is that comfort level. You want that comfort level with the other person. And what better way to do that than to be in a location, a situation that maybe most people aren't going to think of, but it just happens. And it happens naturally. And the next thing you know, the conversation turns into, let's exchange information, let's keep in touch, because it's potential collaborators. And that's the other thing. Part of the brand awareness is, as you're sharing information and you learn about each other, then you start finding who can you collaborate with, who are going to be the people who are going to be that person that you can create something amazing like an anthology.
Yeah, like an anthology. You know what's really funny? We're just talking here, right? And Mike's like, how can they be in this show? Bro, you have my calendar. What is happening? Like, he got the shortcut of all shortcut. So now I know you don't pay attention. Thanks. Now I know. Sister, close us out with a quote. That is your favorite quote.
My favorite quote is actually my personal motto, because I'm not what I used to be, yet I am who I've always been. Because I talk about authenticity so much. We have an authentic self. And when we allow that core being of who we are to come out, to move beyond the box, to take us into the presence of others and have a conversation as our authentic selves, that's when amazing things start to happen.
That's so true. Author Lisa Gansky, she's an entrepreneur as well. She said, "A brand is a voice, and a product is a souvenir." Right? A brand is a voice, and a product is a souvenir. My quote for you is just coming from me. Also, show up and be consistent. Just show up. Because when you show up, you never know who's there, who's going to be with you, and who's going to be amazingly on your side. But we thank you guys for being here. Next Sunday is going to be Dr. New and I. We're definitely going on mindfulness because that is her zone of genius, but we might do a skincare at home together. So I will be like taking off my makeup. Like I have makeup right now, but there will be no lashes at all. Yes, Mike, I'll bring my no Satan, not today Satan badge. But we might be bringing into you how you can do skincare, and this is men and women. That is more holistic for you that you can use for your house, so you don't have to spend money. That unnecessarily money. Like I have skincare that are like $1,000, but these are just for your kitchen, from your kitchen, and it literally will help you. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week. And we will see you on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and then Sunday again. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you. Bye.